Hey, first of all, I'm going to start off with a question. Cast your mind back, say, not too long, 25 years. 1980. What were the big things back then? Discoing, getting with the groove, just leaving the 70s, the groovy 70s, going into the 80s. Starting to get more cars, more electricals, the mobile phone will be coming out in a few years. You'll be coming up with these new designs. But there's one place I'd like to visit, and that's the Atari. Atari VCS. Was it video computer system? Something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, plus it is like 3 in the morning, so. But anyhow, the Atari 2600, which changed its name from the 3, I think it was the VCS, or CBS. VCS? I think it was Video Computer System. Okay. But changed its name to the Atari 2600 due to the chip inside called 2600. So hence its famous name. And we're going to play a particular game. A game that the game that has been out since the 1980s and beforehand on arcade video consoles, and also is now a worldwide collector's item in clothing ranges, belts, accessories, video game industry also still, but also this one classic console. We're of course talking about Space Invaders. So without further ado, let's get on with this review. So basically, you press start, your screen goes black, and your vehicle flashes. Now the aim of the game is to kill all the aliens with your 3 lives. Now you do only get 3 lives. And I'll just turn the volume down a tad because it is quite loud. You'd only get 3 lives, but each alien you kill scores you a number of points, and also the spaceship I think causes you another 50 points. Now with each what should we call it? Can't call it rotation because they don't rotate, but with each circuit they complete going side to side of the screen, they do move down, and your target is to kill them all before they reach the bottom of your screen. And as you know, the less there are, the faster they move. This was it back then. 1980s, you come home from school, pick out your old Atari and think, game of Space Invaders, which is probably one of the best selling games back then for the Atari 2600, along with Pitfall and Asteroids, because Pitfall was another big game back then. 2 lives remaining. Now it has been some time since I played this game, so I may not be as good as I usually am. Also, as you know, Tetris is my personal favourite. I ain't gonna do this, am I? Fucking hell. See, if you do though, it does get really stressful. Fucking hell, how many do you want to send out? You jammy bastards. And I'm dead. So that's all my life's gone. And easy enough, just restart the game. Simple as. Now I think there is a 1 or 2 player mode. And to get these, all you have to do is, if you just reset the console, is press select, and you get different variations. On this one, your armor moves. On this one, the bullets wiggle from side to side. Armor moves with wiggling bullets. Level 5, I think there's just faster paced bullets. Level 6, faster paced bullets with moving armor. Faster paced bullets with moving bullets. Faster paced bullets with moving bullets and moving armor. And this one is a particular favourite of mine. It's basically them invisible. This one they're invisible and your armor's moving. This one you're invisible and the wiggly moving, and it's all 3 combined once again. And faster and all 3 combined. And level 17 is basically bit by bit. I'm not sure how many levels actually are in this game. I'm on level 35 at the moment to keep skipping. Okay, I think from level 30, was that 38 or 36 or probably 35, you get this is your 2-player game with your other mate down the side who's in a much smaller vehicle than you are, and you get all 3 combined again. I'm actually on level 80. There's 80 levels so far I've come across. This is why this game was so good, because there's variations of the same game in over 100 levels. There we go, I think there's 109 levels this game you can play, which once again is fairly strange because most of them are the same. But that was Atari for you. Because it was the 1980s, they weren't very initiative of their games. They weren't the best games in the world, but they do. Now it's all like, oh, the graphics on that game are shit. Or like, I bought Forza 2 the other day for the Xbox. Any good? It's not any good, it's, are the graphics any good? What's the graphics like on the Xbox? What's the graphics like on this? No one in the 80s or the 90s gave a shit about the graphics. Well, they did slightly, and they were called bits. You got 8-bit, you got 16-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit, etc. But in this, you could Atari is known for its beauty because nothing resembles what it's meant to. The sounds are very simple, there's no backing music to near enough any game. My spaceship? Oh, you bastard. Aliens in the one with the spaceship. Oh, and you can't fast pace your bullets. If you keep clicking the red button, you only fire some every now and then. It is a game of aiming and skill. Come on, come on. Oh, see how fast it moves, and it does get pretty stressful about the speed. But anyhow, I mean, to say it was the 1980s and to say video games weren't top notch back then, I mean, people were happy. I mean, look at Pitfall. Pitfall, you got your basic backdrop. And your basic backdrop of your blackness in a forest with a geezer with no face called Pitfall Harry. And I read an official comment from the creator of the game. Was it David Crane? Someone like that? Back in the 80s. He said it only took him half an hour to create the game. And that was because all he did was think, okay, so I want to create something. Let's have someone, a man, let's call him Harry, that's why he's known as Pitfall Harry, looking for, let's say, gold in a jungle. So draw Harry in a jungle, draw a line to a little path, draw a few creatures, draw a few trees in the background to actually look like the jungle. And then add a bit of colour to it, add a bit of holes to it, like the actual holes you go jump down. I want to get that last alien before it kills me. There we go. Now the easiest way to kill that last alien is to kill all the other aliens while they're high in the sky. But because they're fast moving, because it gets faster and faster, they come down quicker and quicker, which does actually get really annoying. And the worst thing that can happen to you in this game is when your red button gets jammed. Like mine did then. I kept tapping it and it shot one in about a matter of... No, anyhow, dead. So I'll end this video soon. So this game does actually deserve a 10 out of 10 because it's an original Atari 2600 game. It is the original Space Invaders for, well, what made it actually what it's famous for. So my next review will probably be a wad of Mega Drive games if I can actually find a controller that works, because all my controllers for some reason are playing up. I'm gonna have to unscrew them and see what's happening inside them. For some reason they all like playing up on me, especially the B button, which is jump, which is quite important in most games. So without further ado, let's finish on a high note and say this game does actually get 10 out of 10 for it, for its lack of colour, lack of music, lack of lookalikes, and lack of sound. Yep, that'll do. And lack of graphics. That's the reason why this one is 10 out of 10, because it's purely original. For the 1980s, it was bang on. You come home, like I said, bang on this, and you were happy. You could play this for hours, not like some games now. Like, you can play for hours, and like you gotta work your way through it, and there's an end to it. Because most of these games don't have an end. I mean, like Pitfall has a 20-minute time limit until you can reach the end. But I mean, games like Space Invaders, the levels keep going up and up and up and up and up. That's the thing. When I kill all these aliens, I get a new set of aliens to kill all them, get a new set, kill all them, get a new set, and keep going on. A bit like Pac-Man for the Atari. You eat all the yellow cones, you get a new set of yellow ones, you eat all them, you eat all them. Your levels do change slightly every now and then, but that's every now and then. But the object remains the same. So, thanks for watching, and hopefully this review has been slightly better, because I like the 1980s, and I love Atari, and I also should be getting my Atari links on Friday, if the man hasn't sold it. If he has sold it, I'll be very upset, because I do go on holiday very soon, so there'll be a period without any videos, 2-week period, but I will be filming videos on there of the plane, and probably when I'm bored in my room at night on the Atari links. So thanks for watching, catch you later, and rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll do the same to yours. Cheers.